Alright, so we're ready for question 16 now, which you may skip if, for example, you chose a pupil textbook or workbook, teacher manual, or a dictionary. You won't even see this question. But for pretty much everything else, you will need to count the number of words on 3 sample pages. And this is going to be a little time consuming and a little painful, but it's something that we need to do in order to very, very roughly estimate a level. So for example, if we look at a nice little book like this, where there are very few words per page, we can kind of see intuitively that that's at a slightly lower level than a book like this, which has considerably more words per page. It's a very, very rough estimate, but since we, in the scope of work, don't really have time to get into a lot more detail, that's what we're going to use. You will not actually have to classify anything into a certain level. Tangerine will do that based on your raw data that you input from words per page. So what you're going to do is you want to look at the pages, choose 3 sample pages that seem to have the most text on them, because we really want to decide what is the hardest level that a child would face when reading this book. So if we take this example that we've looked at before, the little book on nutrition, obviously if we based our leveling on, or our classification on this page where there are very few words, then that's not really going to give us an accurate picture of what is the hardest part of the book that the child would have to face. So you don't have to count the words per page on every single page, but you do want to kind of eyeball and look for the pages that have the most words on them. So as we're scanning through this, I see that, for example, this page, half the page is taken up with a great big picture, so it really doesn't have that many words on it. Another big picture here is occupying a lot of the space. Here you have no pictures, but you also have this big empty space. So as I'm going through and thumbing through, I'm looking at, maybe this one where you've got a full page of words, or this one. These pages here where you have full pages of words would probably be good candidates for our sample pages, because of all the pages, they probably have the most words. Again, since you're taking 3 different pages, if you are off, maybe one page had 1 or 2 more words than another and you didn't choose that page, it's all going to average out pretty close in the end. So you just want to eyeball it and look for the 3 pages that have the most words. Also limit your sample pages obviously to part of the main content of the book. We're not going to use any of the front matter where you have your author and copyright and those kinds of, you may have very dense words in some of that front matter, but we're certainly not going to choose any of that for our sample pages, but actually looking at the text itself. So what we would do, let's say we're going to choose these 3 pages here. Let's do fats, this page, vitamins and minerals, and then water, because of those pages they seem to be, the entire page seems to be full of text. So we very painfully just sit down and count words. Now even if it is in an unknown language that you don't know, most of these languages, especially if it's written in a Latin-based script, there will be a space between words, so you just count what looks like a word and you consider the space as a word boundary. That's not going to be true 100% of the time, but that's what we're going to use as our rough estimate. So you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. And then you breathe. Too bad we didn't do the easy one. So that would be our first sample page. We would put 64 there. Then we go to our second sample page. I'm going to spare you my counting, but you would do the same thing for here, vitamins and minerals.